Well, let's talk about, first off, explain to us, kind of introduce yourself a little to the folks. Who are you? You're obviously a native of Seguin, and I say native because you kind of returned home, because I keep hearing that you were in LA for a few months. Is that safe to say? A year?
I was there for 2.5 years, from January 2007 to the last day of June 2009. I was there when Michael Jackson passed away. R.I.P. That's part of history. I got to see the stars. Everybody was all lined up. I moonwalked on the stars.
Well, awesome. Well, see, not everybody can definitely say that, that's for sure. And so you obviously, I would imagine, making that step out to LA was in large part to help this music career that you were actually very successful at here.
I'm working on it. Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing out there, originally it was school. I had graduated from Los Angeles Recording School. It was about a year program. And then after that, though, I just started making different connections and stuff like that. I was able to do a television feature. I was also able to shoot a music video. Shout out to Aguirre-Herrera and the Recent Files for that. But yeah, a big part of LA was just career-wise and just life-wise. You know, obviously Los Angeles and Seguin are two different cities, but LA doesn't have the big con, so.
Well, good, and we're excited. I know Seguin is excited about you returning home, or at least making this debut release here in Seguin. Let's talk about this weekend in particular. Coming back, I know there's friends, there's family, there's people in the community who are just interested in the music in general. Folks who want to come out and support you. What's expected this weekend?
Expect surprises, energy, fun. Expect Dick Clark to be there. No, I'm just kidding.
You get a whole different, alright.
Ryan Seacrest, you know. It's going to be a lot of fun for all the KWED listeners. It's hip hop music. It's a little different between country, but you know, it's all music is a universal language, so I'm sure you would enjoy it as well. But yeah, it's going to be we got more acts than just me. We're going to start off with an acoustic act. Samantha Lynn, she's also a Seguin native. She's been doing her thing as well. We also got another solo MC out in Austin, Sincere, another hip-hop group, Park and Murray. They've been doing their thing. They're going to be performing South by Southwest. They've been featured in magazines. And the singer out of that group was featured on my album. So that's how they got connected. And my portion, there's surprises, there's gonna be features, there's gonna be a really huge banner for everybody to show off their sexiness. And there's gonna be a whole lot of lighting and interesting things that you might not normally see at a show. But I want to make sure that it's a moment for everybody that shows up, and that being this is the first ever hip hop album that Seguin's produced, I want to, you know, make it a standard.
How important is it for you to have that release party here in Seguin?
It was very important. It was very important. I wanted to do something special for the city. I mean, a lot of people that I was talking to that are close related as far as industry-wise, like, why don't you have it in this big a city? Why don't you have it in this big a city? But I think I owe it to Seguin, everybody who supported me, that I want to make a moment for the town. It's very important to show Seguin that big things can happen when you work hard, and that's one of the biggest things. I'm about showing my greatness, but the city as well, and anybody in particular. And it was just very important to have it here in my hometown, because it just means a lot, and I love Seguin, and so it's just a great moment.
For this particular album, where does this fall in your journey, in your career journey? Where is this particular piece from?
To me, it's with everything, it's an end of a chapter and the beginning of a chapter. Because I keep telling myself, and I try to humble myself, this is your first album. It's not your last album. You're an artist. You're going to make more music. You're going to have more shows. It doesn't stop here. The dream gets bigger, because in order to make Seguin stuff, you have to reach those plateaus. So I want to be bigger than Seguin for Seguin. So it's not just a Seguin thing. I want to expand and show off that, hey, there's some talent here in Seguin, Texas. So as far as this album, it goes up there.
For you, what is special about this particular album as far as when it comes to the music that's found in here?
What makes it special about this album is it's a complete body of work. How I was releasing my music, it was song by song, and a lot of the album was for creative reasons and just interest. I would find like some of the deeper, more personal songs that I released, they wouldn't stand much of a chance getting that attention it deserves, only because people are so used to hearing something more entertaining, I guess, so to speak, more just lighthearted. And when those the songs that are more deeper and personal, they get a better chance when they're in between a mixture of those entertainment songs. That's where the whole party and pain concept comes from. I think every great artist, they have both aspects. It doesn't necessarily have to be party music, but they have a quality in them that is entertaining with their personality, with their music, with their wardrobe. I'm getting a meat suit for this show as we speak. Also, I mean, so that's the like of an artist, what the party, the entertainment aspect, the pain. They're able to reach that personal, emotional feel. They're able to relate. You're able to relate to them because they reveal things about themselves, and it's just like life. We all have our party and pain moments, and so that's what I wanted to capture as a great artist, which other great artists have done, and that's why Party and Pain. Here we go, March 3rd, Double G Sports Bar.
Obviously, this industry is huge, but you bring obviously something very unique. I've heard you bring a kind of a creative twist to this. Is that what is going to set you aside from everybody else?
It's definitely going to, me being me and anybody doing their thing, them being them, sets you apart. Like, it's not about being different, it's about being yourself. It's about, not trying to stay in people's shadows. You gotta push the envelope. You have to break new grounds. Like, I'm proud as an artist to say that my first music video, I was the first music video allowed to be in the Seguin Film and Arts Festival. It was just a matter of that hard work behind that music video that was able to get into it. This album, it's its own journey because it's not a physical CD. This is the album release party, not a CD party. It's 2012. You can get it off your phone, your tablet, your computer, but CD-wise, I'm sorry to all the people who make CDs. You will find a new way to make your money, but yes, I believe the CD's well on its way.
You're going to have an availability for people to get that music that night. You're going to tell them how they can get it.
They can get it off of iTunes, Amazon, Spotify later on. It didn't make the deadline, but it will still be out on Spotify. And it's going to be on any digital outlet that you are used to getting your music from. It's all going to be available. Of course, iTunes, the biggest one of them all. Shout out to Steve Jobs. Done a great job monopolizing the music industry.
Only thing that remains is this broken heart. Feel ashamed, can't change this work of God, but any days heaven gates will release.